Hi guys, welcome back to Moment of Silence Pod. Don't make a face.
I
We were
wasn't
rolling
ready.
for 3 minutes before.
I started clearing my
Oh,
throat.
sorry. Let's go again.
Yeah.
You can also start.
Good morning. Hi, I'm Nana Bhan, and that's Sakshi Shivdasani. I'm actually good at it. Just that when you put someone on the spot after 50 episodes, they're not ready like that. But
Where are we?
we're like somewhere there.
Welcome to Moment of Silence Pod.
Too good. I thought thyroid medicine would fix my brain fog, but nothing fixes this brain fog.
Before we begin, follow us on
Spotify.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
YouTube.
And rate us on Spotify.
Spotify.
Let's get into the episode.
I haven't spoken to my therapist in a very long time.
Huh.
And then I was like, what is the appropriate time to reach out to her for just one appointment to be like, oh, I don't know what to do with my life.
I feel like ghosting your therapist is rough, right? Like, because then they know what your issues are. Ghosting.
It's more like I have certain things that are going on in my head right now, which I am not comfortable sharing with a friend because I think they'll judge me. And I don't know who to talk to. I'm so close to going on Quora and putting it down.
Reddit.
Yeah. Reddit I can't go because somehow y'all are there before I can get there.
No, I get what you're saying because, but I'm so afraid that my therapist is just going to cut the call halfway through the sesh if I'm being a bad person.
Imagine if therapists had reward points, so you could just keep adding more coins like cam girls. They would stay on the call and
If
give you
they say
better
something you like, you
Yeah.
put in reward points. I'm sure in a few years there's going to be a study about how people that go to therapy have become more selfish because you're sitting in a bubble with this person who's only hearing your perspective, and it's like, I don't want to do this, and your therapist is like, no is a full sentence. Draw a boundary. And your boundary is I want my sister to jump out of a window. And it's yeah, sure, you should get what you want.
Yeah. But then
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, I'm paying for it. So I don't need to care about other people's perspectives.
If you pay me, I will say yes, Queen Slay to every single decision without judging you. I promise. Everyone, this is an open offer.
Dude, you know already. I want to know how many people have broken up through Moss. I want to know how many people have found their voice through Moss.
The count is 1. It's just me.
It's I swear, when they're talking about how to radicalize the youth, we are the youth and we are radicalizing each other.
Yeah.
And enabling each other with the most brain rot therapy that we have to offer.
Imagine us in DU, bro.
I was in DU, don't need to imagine.
No, the two of us, we start this podcast and then the DU girls with the blue hair, they join our little club, and then the men are afraid when we walk out of our hall. I've never been to college, I guess.
Yes, that's exactly what happens.
I only imagine the Nukkad Natak vibe in DU. I just learned that word 30 episodes ago.
Nukkad Natak gives me ick. Genuinely.
If you tell me you were very involved in any club in college now, good for you. But in your corner, we're not vibing like that. I'm out.
You know that reel that's going viral right now where they're like, oh, you dance sexy for your boyfriend, but you only
The
did
Bhangra club.
it's you're being sexy for your boyfriend, but you were only in Nukkad Natak. You're like, ow, natak dekho, natak dekho, natak dekho. It's the biggest ick. It's hard.
And when guys are good dancers, it's only good at their own sangeet. Otherwise, I'm there is no need. Stop being good. Just stop.
If you're a guy and you're a good dancer, hide the talent. And just bring it up in spurts here and there.
Men being too happy is an egg.
I knew it. I was
Having
waiting
passions.
for it to get there.
Yeah.
We were going to open this episode up to you yesterday, and we thought no one will write in because sabki life chali rahi hogi, but somehow all of you have relationship issues. So is this a Moss problem or is
I
this a
think it's a
universal
universe
truth?
problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should I read you some?
I would love to hear some of you guys' relationship problems. Tired of only listening to Naina's.
Like life में इतने problems किसी के पास कैसे हो सकते हैं? But yeah, है मेरे पास. Surprise, surprise. Okay. So here goes. Okay. I went on a date with this lawyer in Delhi. Sorry. I matched with him on Hinge. We had a bunch of mutual friends. So I thought, why not? On the date, he mostly talked about himself. Also, casually mentioned he had anger issues, but it's in control after a lot of self work. I wasn't really in the mood to eat much, so I mostly drank and he had a couple of drinks and ordered food. At the end of the date, he took 5 minutes to calculate the bill and then said, "We can go Dutch since you didn't order that much." My share came to 1,500, which he insisted I GPay instantly. I did. Then he said, "Come to my place, we'll go smoke a J." And she knew that it was basically going to be
Yeah.
fun time. And so she agreed. Then he made her pay for the valet, which was $300. Then they stopped to buy cigarettes, which he asked her to pay for. And then they get to his place, and then she realizes, I don't want to have sex with him, but was okay to go up to third base. You don't need to give us so many details, but thank you.
Like, give me fast
Yeah.
forward.
Eventually, I go down on him, and no joke, he came in like 20 seconds. He then had the audacity to get upset, saying it was because I told him we weren't going to have sex, and he just got excited. And how it never happened before. Relax, relax. I was like, relax. It's fine.
It's just you.
It's fine. It happens. My God, the story is long. He was clearly embarrassed but didn't say much. So I said, let's just sleep. Why did you sleep at his house
That's
after
it.
all
Listen,
that?
babe. After he made you pay for the pack of cigarettes, it's good night time.
Then in the morning, he's like, breakfast isn't included. The next morning, we gave it another go, and same thing happened. And he was so embarrassed this time that he hopped out of bed and ran off to the bathroom, not coming out for a good half an hour. That's a
अब तू
good.
बैठी है वहाँ पे तू कभी निकलेगी कभी भाई.
She's like, I carried my toothbrush and my sleepover gear.
Sleeping bag.
Then he pretended as if nothing has happened, asked me if I'd like coffee. I stood there in his kitchen while he was mansplaining the process of how he's a coffee connoisseur. Is he a cum connoisseur? 'Cause he clearly really gets down to
Dude,
it.
she's a blowjob connoisseur.
I know.
Like, come on.
And how amazing his coffee machine is. And I was just already so done at this point. Finally, she has a
At
boundary.
some point. Kicks
Then
in.
after all this, he proceeded to tell me that he's not looking for anything serious, but had mentioned earlier that he was looking for a long-term relationship. Anyway, now there's a worst part, which has been
Babe.
separate. I don't know
Not
what
to victim blame. I mean, one second.
Yeah, yeah.
First of all, like, I have not heard he went down on you at all.
Yeah.
Now you have stayed over. This seems like a first date. He has made you GPay 3 separate times. We all make dumb mistakes. And that's fine.
Then
Like-
next morning again, she's patiently been like,
Yeah.
"Chalo, Baba, let's try."
And then
again."
listening, bro, you know, my biggest ick is men talking about coffee. Just drink it and shut up. Like, there's no coffee connoisseurs, there are snobs.
I love how he tried to change the conversation and gain the power by being like, "I know about the darkest roast from Chikmagalur." Like, no one cares.
You came in 20 seconds, by the way.
Twice.
The world remembers.
First wash, they call it. And now the worst part. After that, he dropped me home and thought that was the end of it. But then he texted me saying he miscalculated the bill for the night before and I owe him 500 rupees. And I was like, are you kidding me? The motherfucker didn't even make me come once. So that's clarified. I paid for other things he conveniently forgot. And everything that went down. And I didn't even get to enjoy myself and I was asking 500. So she paid it because she was mad.
I relate to that.
So, yeah, I relate to it too. But listen, I just want to say let's resist trying to stop conflict by just giving into the conflict.
Yeah.
Like, don't pay the 500.
And also the thing is, like, he owes you. You know, you sat and fucking listened to his coffee lecture. That's where I draw the line.
Yeah.
Like, if like 2 rupees per second of talking about your coffee machine is
Yeah.
a good rate, I feel.
I would return the 500, but it would be 1 rupee every week.
Yeah.
So that he never forgets the
Yeah.
night we had.
It's like, and then every like GPay thing, you can send a message. Nah, she should just be like 20 seconds, 19 seconds. Never happened before. She's like, he's on another hinge date, and this installment is going every day. I
Yes.
would love it. Yeah, chaos.
Chaos. I want to know where you guys went for drinks. It couldn't have been that expensive. If after all that she had to only pay 1,500 rupees.
2000. He Also, what kind of stupid lawyer miscalculates a fucking round number bill?
He's a lawyer, not a mathematician. There's this place where all lawyers go in Delhi. It's called Forest. Shout out if you've ever been there. If you want, leave us his description. We'll go to Delhi. We'll sit at Forest for you. We'll find him.
Bro,
We'll
honestly,
key his car, whatever you want.
I feel like I want to take someone else's revenge. You know, like I'm in that dirty era where like if a guy tries to love bomb me, I only leave after he's madly in love with me type. So this guy I'm willing to sacrifice.
We just go to his car and write 20 seconds.
Never happened before.
Sorry for your experience.
That sucks, honestly. Men really have audacity. On first dates, they're like, oh, gold digger, let's go Dutch. Like, it's one drink, you know? Let's calm down.
But I think him making her pay $300 was because he paid for the petrol to get from location 1 to. I think that's how he would have rationalized it. If I can kind of understand who he is from this text.
Do you know who this is?
No.
This is your message.
No, it's not. Shreya, verify it's not my message. So this happened when I was around 18 and I'd been chatting with this guy, let's call him Rahul. And he was significantly older than me.
At 18, you cannot. 21 is also significantly older at 18.
Yeah. For context, this was back when Tinder allowed you to link your Instagram, and I had this rule I stuck to: no meeting anyone unless we had at least one mutual friend on Instagram. Turned out, Rahul and I had exactly one mutual friend, Sahil.
Okay? Sahil.
Now, I wasn't planning on even meeting Rahul initially, but he happened to be staying close to my house. And I had to kill time before another plan. Why do women do this?
Hey, you know, this is so me at 18.
Like stacking plans. Let 5 minutes of your life just pass just looking at a cloud. What happened to the good old times?
You cannot stay alone with your thoughts for 5 minutes. And this is back when she was 18, meaning that time people weren't that chronically online. I get it.
Okay. So then she did the most low commitment thing. They got a coffee nearby. The date started off okay. I thought it was a bit odd from the start, but nothing too off-putting. He kept complimenting me. And well, I got the ick.
Fair.
That could be a you problem. It sounds like a self-worth issue.
No, have you been on a date with a guy, like you're just doing normal activities and he's like staring at you and he's like, I've never seen a girl like it's such an ick. Like it's like a Crime Patrol episode.
Yeah, it's a bit soft. Right?
Yeah, we know who we're thinking about.
I'm thinking of someone for sure.
I'm also thinking of someone.
So I'd previously texted Sahil to get a quick background check on the guy, but since the whole thing was so last minute, he hadn't replied. Midway through the date, Rahul casually dropped that he was a single father and had an adopted daughter. He even showed me photos of him with a 3-year-old girl. Now I'm well aware some girls might not have found this endearing, but now I'm well aware that some girls might have found this endearing, but I'm not that into kids.
Fair.
At 18?
No, you are the kid at 18.
So naturally, the ick got only stronger. By this time, I was fully weirded out. I made a quick exit saying I had somewhere else to be. Sahil responded by then and immediately called him to spill the tea. Sahil starts saying that Rahul is actually his best friend's brother, meaning that he's at Rahul's house all the time. I laughed and told him that the whole single dad thing, saying how that's the weirdest thing. And Sahil gets confused. He's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Rahul doesn't have a daughter. In fact, he lives with his family and Sahil is sure of this because he's there every week. So, who was the kid in the photos? Well, it turns out that the child was actually his neighbor's kid. Apparently, Rahul's slick move is to pretend he's a doting single dad to reel women in. Get a
That
dog.
is yeah, like trust me, get a dog. But also that is like such a risky move because a lot of girls, first of all, if you're dating much younger girls, who wants someone else's like, and how long are you gonna keep this going? Like, are you like it makes no fucking sense.
That I mean, the red flag was that if you are a single dad, would you be, and you're considerably older, would you be comfortable dating an 18-year-old
18-year
girl?
old, yeah.
Because she's a girl.
Yeah, and you are
You're a man and a father.
with a girl child.
Yeah.
No, also like okay, say she found it endearing. Okay, suppose now they start dating. Now, when does the daughter like? Does he kidnap the neighbor's daughter? What's the deal? Like, or like he says later, actually, I was lying. Like I don't know. But you know, have you been watching Love Is Blind, the latest
No,
season?
I haven't.
In the last 7 episodes, in 2 weeks before the wedding, one of the guys reveals that he has 3 kids.
Okay, this happened with that other girl also now, who finally on the 10th date revealed that she had a daughter.
Yeah.
What is your take on it?
I think if you have a daughter, it should be in your profile.
Hmm.
Like, I genuinely...
He's like, it was. I showed you my daughter.
No, I
सामने
think
वाली
it should
शर्मा
say-
की बेटी Just like, मेरी बेटी है.
All Indians are my brothers and sisters or daughters or sons.
Yeah, something. He took it too seriously.
No, I think it should say, like, there's a very sweet option, you know, on dating apps. It says have children. Just take that.
Have children? Question mark. Is there that option?
No,
'Cause
it
I
says
think-
wants children also is an option. Have children. You want a single dad, Rahul.
Listen, he had me till it was his neighbor's child. Now
You're
I'm
like, the
asking-
problem kya hai? I know some
Yeah.
single dads. For
You do?
Yeah.
Oh
You
god.
know them a little too well.
Let's just not talk about single dads.
Let's not talk about single dads.
Yeah.
Why?
You tell me. You tell me why.
Okay, worst date ever. I thought a casual dinner would be fun, so I jokingly suggested we should get married over dessert. To my surprise, my date laughed and said, sure, but only if we can have tacos at the reception.
Okay.
Cute,
Yeah.
banter, matching your freak. Just then, the waiter overheard and brought out a complimentary dessert with a congratulations sign. In that moment, I realized I had unintentionally turned a casual dinner into a full blown awkward proposal.
Me.
I
And
love
what
it.
about it?
Things got worse when my date admitted that he was still married and hadn't told me. The night ended with me bolting to the bathroom to hide my embarrassment while they kept trying to explain.
Were there tacos at the first wedding?
Yeah.
How did
That's so specific. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? He's like, yeah, we have to get tacos because at my wedding there were tacos.
I know this one taco guy actually.
Who does weddings?
My wedding.
My wife actually found him. He's her jijaji.
It's rough out there for separated men. Just trying to get back into the field.
Now someone has done a whole wedding plan for them and they can't even use that as game in their other dates. Sick. It's a tough world.
I love how people just want our thoughts.
Yeah,
There's
no one has a
question.
problem, huh? The guy told me he's 5'6", but shoes ke 5'7", but chappal mein 5'5". This went on for 20 minutes. That is so short boy core. Like, you should see short. So, very often I will go on dates with guys that say they're 5'9". And I go on this date and they're a good 2 inches shorter than me and I'm 5'8". And then they will sit and gaslight me about my height. They're like, no, you're 5'5". I'm like, babe, I know my height. Like, one of us is lying and it's not me. And then they'll show me the sole of my flats and be like, this is adding 4 inches. And I'm like, if that's what you think 4 inches are, babe, this date is over. Like, but yeah, I love when men are conscious about
So
their
there's
height.
this allegedly the conspiracy is that Donald Trump wears insoles. Okay.
Yeah.
You was shot at, right?
Yeah.
And he didn't leave the stage without his shoes. So the conspiracy theory is he didn't want to leave shorter than he arrived.
I love that.
Yeah, committed to the cause.
Honestly, I wish I was as conscious about something as these.
So tell me something, is if men are conscious about their height, what is like the height equivalent for women that they fib about? Like it's not breast size.
No. No one cares about their breast size. Like,
Yeah, it's very like guys think girls care, but I don't think girls
Yeah.
care.
yeah.
You know?
Like, I mean, I don't even think flat is an insult.
I
I'm
really
like,
don't.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Like, I don't care.
What could it
Um,
be?
I don't.
Body hair?
No, now women, we've gotten very comfortable now. Like, I feel like the empowerment needs to leave the chat for a bit. Body hair, no. Then, like,
Bleeding into your outfit if you're on your period?
that is not something that comes up on a daily
Yeah, no
basis.
shit.
It's like
Sorry,
height.
sorry.
I feel like, you know what it is? I think women with sexting. Like, I think that, like, we're like, oh, what are you wearing right now? And we, like, make shit up. Like,
Yeah.
and if they ask for a photo, it's game over because I'm in my fulanchi.
To this day, I don't have a matching set.
I have a matching set, but, like, I never wear. Like, it's my nightmare कि मुझे ये पहनना पड़ेगा एक दिन.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, is anybody into sexting when they're sexting? Unless
Not
you're in like
me.
like even in a long distance relationship.
No.
Most of the time you're like, okay,
Yeah.
iska dil rakhne ke.
Yeah. But so I've primarily had long distance relationships. So I've gotten damn good at like sexting. But I'm never like I see, it's like a KBC in my head. I get one text and I'm like option A, B, C. Where do I want to take this? And then like I know 4 messages before that they're gonna ask for a photo. So then I change the topic. Like it's I think sexting is how we're lying about it. Like, are you so turned on right now? Yes.
Yes. No. Watching
Never.
Love is Blind season 7.
Sitting like that with like a popcorn bowl on my chest and I'm eating it.
Like, yeah, this is so good for me.
Like, oh my god, you're so hot. Like,
But also, can we address like a boy's sexy photo?
bro, you know what? Don't send a dick pic. Like,
Yeah.
just never do it. Like, I think unsolicited or solicited, there's no way it's gonna look musty. You
But
know?
I was gonna say like a woman's saucy pic, she's super confident. But
Yeah.
a guy's saucy pic, he's a bit vulnerable. You know, he's like, he's put it all together. He's like, is this the face you make to seem like a hetero man who's comfortable with his body? You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you know what? They also like men don't know how to take mirror selfies.
No.
They always stand with the camera here. I don't want to see your face, at that point. Like that's not a good angle.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like
Like the only reason I would ask is because they ask so much. So I'm like, what am I getting?
tu kya de raha
But then when I get it, I'm like, it's fine.
it's fine.
Yeah, let's
It's
not
like
have
anyway, I'm watching Love is Blind. You ask a guy for a photo, there's 5 minutes of silence. Huh?
You know he's gone there. He's like pumped a little bit. You know,
He's shaved real quick, bro. It's too good. You ask a girl for a photo, she's sending you what she sent her ex 2 years ago. But she's
Yeah.
sending it stat, like she's dressed in that matching lingerie.
open Google Photos, memories 2016.
Snapchat hidden folder. I have like straight hair photos and curly hair photos. Depending on if I've spoken to the person that day, then I'm like, oh, I have curly hair today. Let me send a curly hair one. Continuity.
My friend got catfished for a year by this one girl. Fully, okay? She kept sending him. He didn't even realize it. She was sending him the same photo every 6 months.
Deserved.
Deserved. He's like, wow, she's so hot. She asked him to buy her she asked him to buy her a Netflix subscription. He bought this small thing. So Netflix
Okay.
subscription he bought her tickets to PVR Lucknow. But then on New Year's, she's like, I want to go somewhere nice for New Year's. I want to book a suite. So he's like, yeah, I'll come. She's like, no, not you. Can you book me a suite?
I love that. Goals.
And then he drew a boundary. He's like, ऐसे कैसे मैं room book कर रहा हूँ और मैं वहाँ नहीं रहूँगा. All of this ended when she finally decided, I will meet you, but you have to come to Faridabad. He's like, I'm not
Out.
going out.
Oh my god, do you know the Tinder scam?
Which one?
Okay, so this Tinder scam.
Yeah.
Okay, this Tinder scam is a Delhi scam. Okay, basically, the guys will match with this girl, and she's like, "I want to meet." Like within like first two messages, and she calls them next to. There's a metro station with R, like a Rajendra Chowk or something. I don't know.
Rajiv Chowk.
Huh.
Yeah.
So she'll call them there next to some metro station, and she'll be like, I know a nice place, but you meet me at this metro station. And then they'll be like, okay. And she'll take them to a shady bar. The girl is real, huh? Like exactly like her photos. And she'll match with guys that like maybe don't get that many matches or whatever. Like, so she'll take them to some nice seedy bar, okay, like next to the metro station. And she'll order like her hookah, drinks, food, whatever, whatever. When the bill comes, the bill is inflated. Like for like three appetizers and one hookah, it'll be like 30,000 rupees. Okay. And the guy, and she'll be like, okay, now pay it. And the guy will always be like, excuse me, this is a very hefty bill. I'm not paying it. And then she'll be like, no, you have to pay it. And then if he gets up to leave, like these gundas come and they don't let him leave till the bill is paid. Okay. And now this has happened to a bunch of guys, and then they started like kind of posting it on Reddit. And now, like, it's kind of in control for Redditors because they know about this scam, and then they like fuck with that girl in return now. Like, where they be like, no, you meet me. But they won't stop talking. They won't block this girl. Be like, no, I'm not coming to Metro City. I'm not coming. Like, bro, that is her job. Like, you know, she's not going to come anywhere else. She's not going to come to Olive with you. Like,
I love how it's like police, no. Reddit, yes.
but what is the police going to do?
What do you mean? It's a full scam. You're being like physically harassed.
I agree, but
Yeah.
like, I mean, technically, there is a bill where you have ordered the food. Oh no, but like,
Yeah.
it is illegal.
It's
Kidnapping
okay. Yeah,
for
exactly.
a ransom, kind
Exactly.
of illegal. Yeah.
But there are lots of these like Tinder, like not Tinder, any dating app scams, right? Where
Yeah.
people get catfished by women and then they get like essayed and the cops are involved. There's a whole racket in North India.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it's
wasn't.
intense. I heard this one story. It's from Bangalore, I think. I could be mucking up the facts, but I've heard this. I don't know who told me. There was this girl who was speaking to this guy on a dating app. They end up meeting. He's like, come home, I'll cook for you. All G. You told me the story.
No, it wasn't having said that.
Did they say it?
The laxatives one.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's like, I'll cook for you, come home. So she's like, okay, cool. She went over. She had a lovely meal. She went back home. Next day, she fell violently ill. Okay. And she gave her stool sample to a path lab. And next thing, the cops show up at her house. And they're like,
It's copy pasta.
is what?
This is a made up story.
Is it? Oh my God, thank God.
It's like she was eating human meat
Yes!
and the guy's a cannibal.
Yeah. Oh my God.
In the other version of this same story is that like they had sex and then she got an infection. She went to the hospital and then the cops came and they were like, you know, like you've had sex with a dead person, but then that guy works at a hospital and he fucks corpses. It is a fake story. And there's that one, then there's that other one which is like she went to his house for dinner and then like she wanted to shit real bad and then he was like, which was on having said that, Vedant, insert the reel. But basically it was his fetish. He had like a scat fetish. So like he would make sure they shit themselves and he would cover himself with the shit. But they're all made up stories.
Damn. Okay,
Yeah.
one less cannibal on the streets. It's a-
Woo! It's a win for us personally.
coming back to the stories. Okay, this is very cute and small. Okay.
Vedant said the Tinder scam with like money, or I'm saying Tinder scam, but it's like every dating app scam with the money thing happens in our very own Andheri. And don't do it in Bombay. You know, Bombay is too expensive. We're not living with our families. Like, do it and keep it in Delhi, guys. Don't do it in Delhi. Don't
What
do
the
it, yeah. You're in Bombay now.
Yeah.
You're not going desperately to meet some girl at Rajendra
One second.
Chowk.
You know what?
Rajiv Chowk.
A very weird thing that happened. Like, my friend was in a rickshaw in Bombay, here
The
in
pan.
Andy. Not the
Sorry,
pan.
sorry.
Now you know my life also. It's like your life doesn't exist. It's all
Sorry.
gone. The rickshaw guy saw some girl smoking and he's like, this is against, the sanskar and this thing of India, and we're going to show them all a lesson. We've started a group and it's a bunch of men who are apparently going to go out as vigilantes and stop Indian women from becoming like Bikau modern. And I was like, this is literally Andheri, Mumbai.
Yeah, come on. You can't do that in my hood. I'm scared.
Yeah. I was like, thank God. I don't even smoke, but I'm stressed.
No, but now Bikau modern can mean anything, bro.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a smoker.
No, I know we're on the list. It's
Yeah.
fine. There was no
They're not gonna
galat-
skip us saying like ye to sanskari lagte.
Okay, what do you think of this? He took me on a drive and showed me all the spots where he made out with other girls. Were they nice spots?
Yeah, like I mean, if he's showing off, like they have to be like some cute spots. Don't
It's like, look at this Nala.
boys will tell you they know a place and take you to all the spots they made out with other women.
Have you ever taken somebody to a special spot, but you only found out about that spot because you dated somebody else?
I'm sure.
है ना?
Like, first of all, my personality is a mix of everyone I've ever met's personality. So my flirting also must be like people that have flirted with me in the past. Like, you think I just become the ultimate fuckboy like that?
This sounds like just every Delhi experience. In 25 minutes, only smoked 7 cigarettes and said Bhenchod 5,782 times. But
What's
was he
the
a nice
problem?
guy? Did he compliment you?
What's the problem with that? She went on a date with me.
He had armpit sweat stains and was stinking. Are yaar.
Naina, you know, if you smell in a 1 kilometer radius around her, please tell them the term you have coined. You're saying, "Are yaar," like your Naina is the least forgiving to body odor. First of all, she calls them kimchi coated. She's like, Bombay people, you're all marinating in your sweat like kimchi. It ferments and you'll smell. And like I use roll on because I have to sit next to her only.
My whole thing is that it is a really hot city, so can we all just use deo and glycolic acid? Glycolic acid on a cotton pad in your armpits or wherever you sweat.
So then why are you making a face when
So I was like,
girl is
"Arey yaar," like I was
Oh,
thinking about it.
I thought you were feeling bad for this body odor guy.
I was feeling bad that so many people have to deal with this.
Strong noses matter.
This guy took me to the Apple store to get his broken phone screen fixed, and I paid.
Did he have Apple Care?
She paid.
Yeah, but like Apple Care payment is 1,000 rupees.
But why the fuck should she pay?
Because GPay is on his phone and his phone is broken. You know, but I get it. It's like, I love the stories about guys making women pay because you know in their head they're like, I'm not a provider. Like, you know, who does she think I am?
Am I
She
a
think-
rider? I only come in
riding
20
on her
seconds.
coattails. Bro, you pay 2,000 rupees on your date only to like, then you only suck dick and then you only have him be like, it's your fault. You said we were not going to have sex. Like, that was a rough story to
That was
hear.
it.
Huh?
I'm still reeling from it.
Yeah, I think it's going to take me a few days. I'm going to think about this often. Have you had any really bad dates?
I had this one really bad date in that I said it 40 times to the guy that we are not going on a date. It was like it was like a senior of mine from school who was like, oh, we've met again after a really long time. We should get like dinner. I said, okay, but it's not a date. He's like, yeah, of course it's not a date. And then we finished dinner and he's like, thank you for this date. And he thought that we were gonna like hook up. And I was like, but it was never
Not
a date. Like,
It's
what?
dinner with a friend.
Yeah, it is literally dinner with my school senior, same house. There's
Same
nothing
house.
romantic about that.
I had a date. So I've not been on that many dates
Yeah.
this year. Like I've been on like 2, 3.
Yeah.
But one of the dates was like this guy, and he knew who I was. Okay, it was the first date, and he says like, "I'm not paying this bill because I know how much influencers make. If anything, you should be paying the bill." And I was like, "Fine, fuck off." Like I paid the bill, but I was like, "You have
The
guts. You have
audacity.
guts. Like it's fine. Like first of all, I'll let you pick the place because I'm like." Okay, fine, like I'll split it also. But I literally paid the whole bill and I barely ate anything. Like he drank everything and I wasn't even drinking. And then I've paid this bill also like a chooth. I should not have paid this bill. But then I was like, fuck you. If you're going to bring like finances into this, then fine. Whatever.
Why didn't you just get up and leave?
Because who will pay the bill?
The opposite of like the girl bag where there's like lip gloss, the boy bag.
Audacity.
It's just empty.
Bro, and it's the worst when like I'm pretty sure he had like a Goyard wallet or some shit.
You're
And I was
kidding.
like, then don't be a cheapard, bro. Like it's so irritating. I've literally paid this whole bill.
Just, guys want
For,
to date us for our barter collaborations. It's getting really hard to be a content creator, guys.
yeah. And it was a chill place only. It was like PCO in Worldy or some shit. Like, but whatever. Like, I mean, why ask me out then? If you just want a barter meal. At least post a story shouting me out, shouting the podcast out. We need it.
Something. He wanted to be a waiter in Paris.
That's your passion. Indians romanticizing Europe is my favorite genre of delusion.
Why is everyone's bad date that he didn't offer to pay?
Because that is that the worst thing that can happen on a first date? No, but it's pretty up there. It says a lot about the man.
He ate boiled eggs on the date, his breath stank, and he kept talking with his mouth full. Ugh.
Ew.
Like, if you are doing the protein intake for the nice abs and the chisel body, one Listerine mouthwash.
Yeah, but you don't have to do this on the date. Eat and come. Like boiled eggs, now you're ordering at a restaurant, 6 rupee ka egg is coming for 300, you'll make me pay. This is a long one. Buckle in. So it's not a first date, but I was dating this guy for 4 years, live in. We used to be together 24/7. After 4 years, he told me that his family won't agree for a love marriage. I was like, okay. Very understanding bitch of me to do that. But he kept in touch. Even I did. I used to text him that I'm hurt, we can fix it, blah, blah, blah.
So they broke up. Okay.
Then after 5 months of breakup, patch up happened. After the main breakup, I found out that he started liking another girl from my same batch. We're MBBS students and she's my batchmate. Then our finals came and then he got back with me so that he can study. I taught. After the exams, he broke up with me again. And I can't live with the fact that he had the heart to do me like that. Took me a lot of time, especially with MBBS. It's hard, but boys are so emotionally fucked up.
I don't feel comfortable knowing that my doctor, while studying her core medical,
Bro.
like she was fully mind fucked. I hope I never have surgery ever
It's
again.
like, why are doctors people, honestly? Where's the martyr? Can you imagine your doctor, this empowered woman, is still dragging one guy with her through MBBS who's fucking batchmate? She's teaching him also. Like, honestly, I want a doctor like that. Because they're into it. Whatever they're doing, even if they're getting fucked over, they're getting.
But you know the luck. You'll get the boyfriend who is also
Yeah,
an MBBS.
that's the problem. I don't want the boyfriend. I don't want this chingoose who's being pulled in by this girl who's like, babe, I will make you a doctor. Because the day she's like not at work or something, he'll like remove your liver and you've just gone in for your fracture.
What? It was just a liver.
You didn't tell me it was supposed to stay in. How am I supposed to know? Okay, then you do it. You're so particular.
I just feel like my luck is the kind where I am in the operation theater and like the two doctors that are like operating me
Hi, exes.
are exes and they're having a fight over my organs.
It's flattening the blood everywhere.
Yeah.
When I got my appendix removed, the anesthetist was the ex-wife of the surgeon.
And all okay.
Oh, I mean, the
Touch
scar is still there on them and me. Yeah, that's all. That's all the messages that came in.
Yeah, pretty much. Nothing that exciting.
Anything from your life, Nana? A worst date?
There are many worse dates.
What comprises of the worst date for you?
Okay. Is this when I like the person or when I don't like the person? Because I've gone on both dates.
Why are you going on dates with people you don't like?
So that I don't hurt their feelings. And then I'd be like, hey, this wasn't a date. You're just my school
Like,
senior.
it's not a date. Well, thank you for this date.
I think like the worst date is definitely when when somebody's on their phone a lot. I just find it so gross.
Yeah.
Like, what is so important? We
The
are both
other
content
hinge matches.
creators. No one's life is getting saved.
It's the other hinge matches
Yeah.
that are important.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never been out with anybody
either.
who's been on a dating app.
Oh, bro, where is she finding so many people that have just never been on a dating app? I love it. So y'all just date people y'all know, huh?
Yeah,
Interesting.
crazy.
I feel like for me, if like the person I date has too many mutuals with me, it's an instant ick.
You said this.
Yeah.
But I didn't understand this, but now I totally get it.
I feel like, okay, the money conversation is definitely an ick for me because like I'm not going on such expensive dates that will break the bank. Like I always let the guy pick the place, whatever. But theek hai, whatever. Now if y'all don't want to be providers, you'll want to be riders, do your thing. But that's not like, I feel like if a guy hasn't like put in any effort in his appearance vibes, that is a big ick for
True.
me. Yeah.
There's like a match or something going on the screen behind me, and his attention is going there. That irritates the shit out of me.
Yeah. Like, don't be so passionate about a sport in general. Dude, also like on dating apps now, I've been getting a lot of like, please tell Nen I'm an Arsenal fan. Like, she won't allow you to date me, but please tell her. Like, I've been getting a lot of those. Like, is Nena traumatized by Arsenal fans? Yeah.
You know, the funny thing about that was that the entire time it was actually Chelsea, and I just forgot.
I dated an Arsenal fan.
And I dated the Chelsea fan, which somehow my
Ooh.
brain went into Arsenal.
What's the Barcelona club? Barcelona?
Yeah,
That's a
FC,
club, right?
yeah.
I also dated a Barcelona fan. Ick.
I think some things that I might like do to prepare for a date, like I don't want to wear an uncomfortable outfit and I don't want to have gloss on my lips because I know that it's going to bleed onto my teeth. It's a
Oh.
very me core problem.
It's a very you problem, yeah.
I don't want my hair to get stuck to my lip.
No.
All of that to happen. Like I want to have enough pockets. Just you never know.
It's like I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. You can't take a fucking sleepover bag, you know. You have to take like a night. Dude, it's so difficult if you know you're hooking up with someone and you can only carry like an evening bag. Where am I gonna put my 40 things? Like my lenses, my glasses. It's hard. It's rough out there.
Like I've gone into such adult dating that it's so responsible. Like I know the date is never going to end with one going to the other person's house. If it's that kind of thing, then it's a scheduled, like the date is the at home.
I love
If you're
that.
going out for dinner, it's a dinner date. It's very like cut.
Well, I've just not been on that many dates this
Yeah.
year. I thought I was gonna be like damn excited to date. I've been purposely matching with guys not in the fucking city because I just don't want to meet them. Like I talk to them, I talk nicely, whatever, and then like when I'm busy, I ghost them, and I'm like I've not met anyone, but I've been like, but guys are not talking to me nicely also.
So I want to ask, why do you take a conversation from your phone into real life? Because I find a lot of people and I've seen this with whoever's on dating apps, they're really happy talking to each other. But the minute the date has to become a physical date, everyone kind of ghosts.
Yeah.
Why? What's the point?
I don't know what the point is. I think it's just like I enjoy banter. But my thing is like, and I'm very much in control when I'm texting someone. But then once like you're on this date, now I become a little fattu. So I'm like, I like if the guy says, let's go back to my place, even if I don't want to go, like I'll end up like the cigarette girl is very relatable. That's why I was getting so irritated. Because I'll go, I'll sleep also, like whatever will happen. And I'll be like, this is gross. Why did I do that? Then the next day I can't burn my body to shreds now. I have to live with that shit. So then it's better to like just, text whenever. Like my main thing is that I just want people to exist when I want them to exist.
I think from what I can hear, and I think of that for myself also, one, because of a general, like, I'm an extrovert, I don't like when somebody's upset with me, things like that. Especially when you're on a date, I don't know if you feel the same way. I feel like I need to perform and be like a good time. And when you're doing that, and the smaller, the more harmless no's don't make it to the table. So if someone's like, hey, let's leave this place and go to another bar and like, have fun, I might not want to do it, but I'll say yes because I'm like, what's the harm? And then that what's the harm
Yeah.
ends up with like anxiety the next day of like, what the did I do?
Yeah. Like I've seldom, fuck it up, an interaction. I've been reading.
Which book is it now? Which caption did you read now?
Yeah, only myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've very less often left an interaction happy with how I have presented myself.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is, because when you're on the app and it's like, I guess, rigged to a way that women get the upper hand, right? Because you're getting the most matches. The men are like,
Yeah.
who's going to match me when? But when you come into the Maidan in person, that thing completely switches because somewhere in our bodies, we've been conditioned to just like be part of the patriarchy.
You're so right. Because like, as on the app, guys talk damn nicely, very respectfully. As soon as it converts to WhatsApp, and I don't know if this is a universal experience because at least with my friends, it's not happening, but guys are turning every conversation very sexual with me. And my thing is like, I can't back down from banter. But I don't think they are bantering. Like, I think only I'm like, haha, this is so funny that he's telling me he's hard right now. And I'll like make a joke. But like, my thing is like, why is this happening with me?
Yeah.
And then obviously, I'm not going to like meet these guys who are already like sexually charged, right? Like, because then it's like, there is an expectation.
Yeah, and how do you say no to an expectation? I know this sounds very like intense, but it's true because when it's happening in person, like subconsciously you are feeling like at the end of the date
you owe them something.
Yeah, like I have to fill a form where or he has to fill a form where he'll be like, okay, service exceeded expectation.
Yes, she had shape.
Yes. Ambience, any special remarks. And I'm like, I don't even want to see you.
Yeah. Like, why have I done this? And then, it's gotten so sad that day I was sitting with my friends and they were like, we're just going to take you out to a nice dinner. Because this is too depressing. You cannot meet these chamans just because, like, they have asked. Or, like, you don't want to have sex with them. Why are you going? Because that's all they fucking want. And I'm like, so then, like, now on Saturday, my friends are like, chalo, bro. Like, this one's going to go on a date with one of these losers if we don't do something.
But tell me, if somebody asks you, like, 4 times, how do you say no the 5th time?
I've stopped responding. If like first one time I'll be like, yeah, we'll meet straight. Like I don't do premarital dinner. Like I just say all this bakwas.
Talking like me, Stormy.
Yeah, it's like, oh, no premarital hand holding, haha. Like, and then I do the like, oh, I'm actually a virgin. Like, I say all that. Everyone does haha he. The 4th time if they ask again, I'm like, it's been great. Like, thank you very much. But I don't respond. I don't actually say thank you very much.
But for my sister, she's talking about like dating in London, and she's like, it's something you need to devote your time to, like you're literally devoting your time to work. All of her friends have had to go on like consistently every weekend, they're setting up dates. literally, and you have to go through like 50 people to find one person that you're like, okay, I like this person, I
Yeah.
want to spend time with them. And then you can kind of stabilize, because especially if you're in a city that's not your home and you're not around your family, it's you need another companion. You're not so quick to make even friends, I would say, but like somehow we start looking for like stability through romantic relationships, and those are the most unstable relationships because
Yeah.
people can pull away at any point.
And I think that's what you're signing up for with dating apps. I'm very okay with that, by the way, because I'm the same way. But I just feel like, I don't know. I think it's because of like this podcast and all of that. And just like people feel like they know what I want to say.
Mhm.
And if they've seen even like one reel or whatever, they're just like, become modern woman. Let me
Mm.
just talk to, like, obviously she's okay with like sexting on the first thing, whatever, whatever. I'm very good at deflecting, but then I don't want to like enter into like a romantic like situation with someone that's just like so sexually charged, because I know I say a lot of like dick sucking, but I don't give a fuck about that like that, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, I would say that, and I think all of us kind of feel that way, that with the podcast, there is like a conscious effort, even if you don't want to, and you end up listening or we end up speaking every Friday is like a check in. And it's a
Yeah.
consistent thing where you're like, okay, how do I feel about this? Okay, this is a new perspective or an old perspective. Am I ditching this? Am I keeping this?
Yeah.
And it just helped me, like, just form my opinions on things and stay true to them. Otherwise, I would not address a lot of thoughts I'm having.
Yeah.
I would think I'm crazy with a lot of thoughts I'm having, and I wouldn't take those thoughts seriously. But now I'm starting to take thoughts seriously and trying to figure out the most rational approach to making my life something that I enjoy living.
I agree with that for the first time. I agree with something that you have said. No notes.
No, I want to ask you one last question before
Oh.
we go. Do you think that there is a difference between the guy you marry and the boy you date?
I have been thinking about that so much. My cousin calls it Damad behavior or daddy behavior.
Yeah.
And she's like, and at the end of the day, we need Damad behavior.
Hmm.
Like, sure, the Damad is not your ideal man, but he's reliable. Like, it's like, getting a sports car versus an Ertiga.
Yeah. Etika is really reliable.
Reliable, comfortable.
Yeah.
Is it flashy? No.
No.
Is it a cool car?
No.
But does it get the job done?
100%.
Yeah. Does everyone in your family, from the children to your old grandmother,
Enjoy the experience.
yes.
Yes.
No,
No one's
bumps.
scared.
No bumps.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no there's no engine revving, there's no like car crashes.
Yeah.
Like it's comfortable. It's an
Yeah.
Uber car.
So I think, like, even when most of us are dating on potential, right? Even if we say no, we're actually dating the perfect guy, he's in his potential
Yeah.
era, and in 10-15 years he'll be in another level of
That's
potential.
my worst fear, is dating someone for the potential and then 15 years later knowing that, my luck with cards is bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is this objectifying men a little?
It's okay. Wait, all I'm trying to say is that, okay, you can still date on potential, because it is true that guys take a little bit longer than women to mature in some aspects, but also, like, a big weight of the patriarchy on them is that there are no questions asked that they have to take care of the house. There are no questions asked that they need to come into like a man role. I think for women it's like optional.
Yeah.
So I get that, and at one point life hits you like that. But I would say, if you're with a partner, look at like their potential and them coming to responsibility or responsible decision making in their own lives.
Yeah.
And if you think they're going in the right path for them, versus you being like, hey, come on, nah, do this,
Yeah.
nah, I think this would be good for you, nah. That is not the
That's-
potential that anybody needs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I was laughing because it's like, how now, because we are empowered,
Yeah.
we purposely do things that are not expected of us. Or
Yeah.
like, we're like fighting the patriarchy, and men are like, you pay the bill. That is them fighting. Feminism. What? I don't know. Is like Untriggered teaching them? No, Untriggered is not doing anything like
No.
that. They're just laughing.
We're
And
just,
what's
I don't
going
know,
on.
like you and I fighting the patriarchy is like us on beaches, like sipping a cocktail, being like, yeah, being a woman is hard. We aren't two people to talk.
Yeah.
But the most we can do is make you laugh. And if something comes out of it more than that, that's on you. You did the work. So thank you for watching. Subscribe.
On.
YouTube,
Follow us on.
Spotify, rate us on Spotify, and we love you.
Give us a little follow on Instagram also.
Yeah.
Thank you for 30K. We hit 30K
Yeah,
this
we
week.
love our loyal family. You guys
Yeah.
are the best.
But like a bigger family, we don't mind.
Ertiga needs to fill when.
Come on, guys.
Bye.
Bye.